Hello everybody, this is Matt with the Low Cash Homestead. We did a live stream earlier today where we finished building out this hotbox. Let's just talk real quick about the hotbox. Okay, so this layer down here on the bottom where it says Manville, this is, and you may not see it, but this is an R6 1-inch Polyiso. You want Polyiso because Polyiso is going to be able to take the heat, and it's foil backed, so it will be able to reflect the heat up. Plus, I'm going to be putting my VioSun heat mats on here, and I needed to make sure we didn't melt the foam. So Polyiso is what we wanted to use. The back here is just aluminum foil that we stretched across the stiff backs and across the ridge board up here and folded over and stapled that on with T50 staples. We added this ridge to it here because I needed something to support the glass. In the first video I said I'd probably stretch painter's drop across it or something. We changed our mind on that, and I have to step back because the sun is just reflecting off all this foil, and really I'm seeing spots, so I got to step back. But these are failed. We added this little wood ridge here to hold these IGUs. These are failed IGUs. I was originally going to stretch painter's drop on here, but then I started digging through some of my junk collection, and I found 6 of these. It takes 3 per hotbox. We don't have this hotbox built out completely yet, but we do have the materials for it. Let's walk around to the back, and I'll show you the back of it. Oh, and then we drilled a hole here. We added this nylon rope, and when that, it will stretch across here. And you may not think that that's a solid anchoring system, but when I worked in glass, we held glass onto glass racks with rope all the time, in the shops anyway. And yes, they'd be exposed to wind and all that stuff, and they held just fine. On the trucks, obviously, you use a different anchoring system, but that should hold these IGUs on there just fine. Like I said, they are failed IGUs. You may not be able to make it out. But yeah, they got a little bit of mineralization, a little bit of fogging in them, but they were free. And that little bit of fogging is, I don't think, going to impact the performance of this enough to make it worth the cost of putting glass or plexi or Lexan or whatever else on here, if I had to pay for it. Okay, we're going to step around the back and I'll show you the rest of it. Okay, now on the back side, we used EPS, expanded polystyrene. This is 2-inch, and we attached the foil to the face of the 2x4s, and so we still got an airspace between the foil and the EPS. You want that because EPS is not going to be able to handle the heat, and in fact, sitting out like this, I'm not sure it'll handle the UV for more than a year, but we'll find that out. We attached it with 2.5-inch cap nails, and there are 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 of them down the length. Here's the rest of the Johns Manning. This is Buffett. This is Berkshire Hathaway. That's who makes this, so that's made by Buffett, or a company that Buffett owns, right? Okay, and it rests pretty well. We had to lower this top joint down so that so it would be flush with the plywood in order to make the glass fit. I do have some backer rod and stuff. We'll probably go through and kind of figure that out. But I'm going to build the rest of it before I start tidying it up. I do have a little bit of a gap here, and that is because this is not a true 4-foot by 8-foot by 2-inch. It's nominally just a little bit different. So it's about 1/4 inch short. To cover that. That's okay. I'll probably just take a piece of it when the job is done and attach it on there to close that up. Maybe use some foil back tape or something to close it up. And then this is our other box, and we will build that out. Maybe we'll finish that today. I'm not 100% sure. What we'll do is we'll put our heated VioSun mats. Those just showed up, and I'll probably do an unboxing on those later, and maybe we'll do another video on installing those in this heat mat hotbox. This is Matt with the Low Cash Homestead. Hope you enjoy it. I'd like to remind everybody to please click subscribe, like the videos you like, hit that little bell, and also visit the lowcashhomestead.com, because we don't make money on YouTube. We make money on our website. So visit the lowcashhomestead.com. Thank you very much. Have a good day. Hey everybody, Matt with the Low Cash Homestead. We have our second box done. That was our first one. We did that during a YouTube live stream. And live stream didn't go exactly as planned. My kids kept calling out for me and various things, but you know, whatever. We have our second box done. These are mostly done. I got a little bit of air sealing to do. I got some trimming to do, but these are mostly done. We used failed IGs on this one as well. And in fact, these IGs are failed to the point where this one, look at my finger. It doesn't even have the top glass. And this one doesn't have the top glass either. I've got one of the outer panels inside there. The other one got broke. And so you see this one here, it's even separating from the glass. That's okay. We can silicone that back together. And in this case, with these secondary pieces being off, I can maybe clean that a little bit, because they do have some mineralization and some other stuff in them. Again, these are failed IGUs, but they are free IGUs. So second box is done. Built pretty much exactly the way the first box is done. And if you do have a IGU that's failed, and it's only failed in like a certain spot, put that up. And the reason you want to do that is if it gets moisture in it, then the sun can drive that moisture out and it'll float up. Now in these cases, on these, they're pretty much failed all the way around. But that's our second box. We're gonna have to come back with a probably a jackback saw or something and trim these pieces back. I would do that, probably gonna do that manually by hand. I gotta seal up a little bit of cracks, a few little things like that. But same thing on this box here. Polyiso with foil on the bottom, foil on the back of just plain old aluminum foil. There is a airspace, 1.5 inch airspace, and then 2-inch EPS. Cap nailed on. This is Matt with the Low Cash Homestead. And then, we'll put our Viosun heat mats in here. This is Matt with the Low Cash Homestead. Thank you very much. Have a good day.